So with this goal in mind, that a tester, an automation tester, needs to ensure that the application is of the highest quality, let's go and design a test. So if we pull up this cute little website here, qtptutorial.net/automation-practice, we have a common scenario of going to the login page here. I'm going to click this button so that it takes me there. And if you guys remember, what we decided to do in our sprint was pretend design this page. And now let's pretend that it was designed and we need to test it. So the question is, how are you going to test it? Well, the very first thing to do as an automation tester, and probably any tester in general, is to tackle the positive test cases, meaning the test cases where you expect a positive behavior. So like a valid user should be able to log into an application. If a user enters a valid name and a valid password, they should be able to log in. If a user enters a valid search query into the search bar, they should get proper results. If a proper URL is typed into the browser, the URL should take the user to the appropriate page. These are all examples of positive test cases. They should be at the top of your totem pole, and those are the ones that you should knock out first. So let's go through this step by step and design a test case that we're going to automate later. So if you were going to test that a valid user, given a valid username and a valid password, the user is able to successfully log in. All right? So that's our test case. Let me pull up our nifty Excel, come over here, and here I set up a little spreadsheet where we're going to record our test case. So user can successfully log into application given that they have a valid username and password. Excellent. So the first test step is number one. What is the first step that we need to accomplish here? Well, first we needed to open the browser, right? So we open the browser and go to this URL, all right? Step number one. Step number two, just think of it logically. What would you do as a manual tester to test this? You need to insert a valid username. Next step, a valid password into the My Password field. Excellent. And then once you enter a valid username and a password, what do? You click login, right? So let's go ahead and log in. Log in here. So now, the final piece is, how do you know that you have successfully logged in? How do you know that this didn't take you to Yahoo, right? Well, you can check something like the page title, You can check just my membership or the logo, any of that will, and if it's the right string, right, if it says my membership or you see it's the qtptutorial.net logo, then you know you've logged in successfully. So let's do that validation. Every test has a validation point. Excellent. That's it. So our test case ID is going to be 1. Excellent. Let me save this.